We'll just sit. You're just being normal. We're just being normal. Only we're down here instead of in your classroom. Okay, so what you guys are going to learn about today is a story structure. Have you guys heard of this before?
No.
Be normal, please. Okay, you haven't heard of a story structure. So let's think about the Three Little Pigs. Yes. Is there, when you think about the Three Little Pigs, so let me go over this first, and then we'll break it apart a little bit, okay? Okay, so there's an introduction, and sometimes, like, when you guys get in older grades, it'll be called an exposition. There's an introduction to the story, and this is where you get your setting and your characters. So, guys, what's a setting?
Where the story takes place.
Yes, very good. This is where the story takes place. And who are the characters?
The characters. Like the Three Little Pigs.
The Three Little Pigs, or who the story's about?
Yeah. Or is there 4 pigs?
There's 3, and then the big bad wolf.
Yeah.
Okay, and then, so there's the introduction, the rising action. This is where the story builds. And then there's a climax where everything starts to change. And then the falling action, and then the resolution or the conclusion. Okay? So, this is where the problem starts. The rising action, this is where the problem starts. Okay, and the falling action, this is where the resolution starts to happen. Okay? And so this is called your plot. Okay? So, for the purposes of what you're going to be doing in your class, the plot, you're going to go over settings and characters. You're going to go over where does the problem start. You're going to go over what the resolution was. And those are the things you're going to focus on. Okay? Do you guys have any questions? Okay, let's just practice the 3 things that are circled. So you know the setting is where the story takes place. Like, what's your question, bud?
Is this a little work on worksheet with it?
You're going to go back and we're going to read a story together. Yeah. Shannon?
Are we reading the story today?
Yes. As soon as we go back, we're going to...
Is it that story?
No, it's a different story.
What is it?
It's one that Mrs. Lukier picked out.
Oh.
And then there's some organizational charts for you to fill out. But, okay, so the setting is where the story takes place. The characters are who the story's about. Like, for Three Little Pigs, it's 3 little pigs. Where does the problem start in the 3 little pigs?
They're gonna get eaten, and they ran into a house, and it got blew down, and that little piggy ran to the other house, and then he blew that house down, and they ran to the brick house. Then that piggy's house didn't blow down, so they all stayed there.
Very good. Yep. So since he got the entire climax, up to the climax. What's the resolution, Shandy? What happens at the end of the 3 little pigs?
They're safe.
They are safe.
And then the wolf falls down the chimney into the fire.
Yep.
He falls down.
So that's the resolution. So do you guys kind of have an understanding of what the plot is?
Yeah.
So what are all the parts of a plot?
Where the story takes place, the resolution, the problem starts.
Yep, or the problem.
The rising action.
Yep. You're going to use these words: problem, resolution, setting, and characters, and plot. I showed you this because this might be on your state test. And this way, if you see these words, you kind of have an idea. You guys have to take a state test this year. And it's going to ask you...
Is it creepy? What? How
No,
much?
you guys will do
Where
great.
at? Where at?
Here and in your classroom.
How many questions are there?
I don't know.
100?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
It's going to be kind of like, you know how you guys do Fast Bridge? It's going to be kind of like that. Only it's a different test.
But